Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Thanks for joining me again today. Hey, we are killing it on this channel. I'm sorry to say it every time I come on because we're the only ones that have been telling you. I'm sorry, I'm the only one that's been telling you about the resistance that we're at. I've been telling you for months that we're not going to break it easily. And everybody else, every single person I've seen, and maybe I'm not following the right people or watching the right people or something. Everybody else has been telling you we're going to 28,000. We're going to 30,000. We're going higher. And they're trying to get you to trade on leverage at flipping resistance. They're trying to line their own pockets. Go to my link. Trade on leverage. I get a kickback. You get a bonus. Everybody wins. It's hunky-dory. Happy times. Right? These guys are supposedly millionaires. They're supposedly maybe a billionaire. Yet they're lining their own pockets with your money, with the little kickback they get from an exchange. When you advance your crypto to their exchange, they get a little bit of a kickback, and they're asking you to do it at resistance. You want some proof, right? That first of all, do me a favor. I'm never going to do that on this channel, but give me a like, give me a subscribe, because I won't do that on this channel. I'm trying to help my audience make the best of the situation that we find ourselves in daily in crypto, whether it's a bull market, whether it's a bear market. It's been bear since I started this channel 15 weeks ago, but we've killed it on this channel. Even in a bear market, we've killed on this channel. Our analysis has been right, the flipping on point. But you want some proof that these other suckers aren't? Let's look at this. It's ridiculous. So, Bitcoin bull Dennis Porter says, these are all in the past 24 hours. Just remember, who was bullish back in July when everyone was too scared, scarred to be bullish, maybe. Maybe he meant scarred. I don't know. 30K inbound, he says. 30K, okay. Bitcoin pumping, says Plan C, but I thought it was going to zero, he says sarcastically, I think. Moon Carl says ETH hit 1900 while Bitcoin closes on 25,000. What are your targets? And Martini Guy says, hey, give me a little kickback if you want to long or short altcoins or Bitcoin. Use this link. It's a win-win since you get up to 5,000 free using this link. Without using this link, the deposit bonus is only up to 100. So it's a win-win. I get money, you get money. Or how about Carl again?
And my position on Bybit, because I think right now is the time to definitely pay attention to Bitcoin and Ethereum and go into long positions over on Bybit.
Yeah, Carl, go long on Bybit now that we're at resistance. Or how about Dean Crypto Trades? BTC looks ready. I'm expecting this to start expanding in a more rapid manner soon. Trade here at my link. I get a kickback, you get money, everybody's happy. Or how about Matthew Highland? Bitcoin price on our side beginning to break out on the daily time frame. Everybody's getting excited. Or how about Martini Guy again? I told you so. I booked Bitcoin bears mega wrecked. Or how about Scott Milker? Now Scott Milker actually gives a reasoned, actual analysis of what's going on here. He says, I called the 17K bottom. Problem is, he also called this 27K bottom and probably some above that. So everyone here will remind you when they are right and pretend they were never vague or wrong. And that is completely accurate. All these people that for the past few days have been telling you 28,000, 30,000 higher, they won't remind you of that when we go back down. Because in my opinion, we're going back down. Whether we break resistance now and come back down, or we just go down, right? They're not going to remind you that they were wrong. Now, on this channel, right, I agree with Scott Milker, and I admit when I'm wrong. I've been wrong once on this channel. In 15 weeks, I've been wrong once. Literally once. We're 5 for 5 on alt trades versus Bitcoin. 5 for 5. I'm not kidding. Go look it up. We have nailed every Bitcoin resistance and support to the penny pretty much on this channel, except once. And I'll talk about that in a second. So I will admit when I'm wrong. And I've been wrong once in 15 weeks. Not like these fools that are trying to get you to line their own flipping pockets at resistance. Do not trade on leverage on an exchange, especially when we're at resistance that I've been telling you about for months. It pisses me off. Don't do it. I will never do that on this channel. I will never try to get you to get a kickback from an exchange by trying to get you to trade on leverage. And I certainly wouldn't do it when we're at resistance, right? Most people are gonna when they go into an exchange, they're looking to long and trade long. I mean, I honestly, if I told you to go to an exchange right now and trade on leverage, I wouldn't know which way to tell you, whether to go long or short. And these people are telling you to really basically go long at resistance, all to line their own flipping pockets. It drives me crazy. Do not trade on leverage. Do not do it on an exchange. The people on an exchange, the big money on an exchange has more money than you do, more time than you do, higher risk tolerance than you do, and to top it all off, they have better tools than you do. You will lose. And you don't hear that from these guys. You don't hear that. There's so many of them are trying to line their own pockets, even though they're already millionaires. Some claim to be billionaires, yet they're looking for maybe a $100 kickback from you by you depositing a Bitcoin or two on an exchange. Maybe they get $100. Really? It's disgusting. It's criminal is what it is. Don't do it. So, spiel over. I won't harp on that anymore today, right? You've heard me harp on that before if you follow my channel. But let's talk about Bitcoin, because I've been telling you about this resistance forever, for a couple months at this point. And let's go back to when I was wrong. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart, right? The one time I was wrong on this channel, back here. See that red line? I told you, this is when I started my channel, like the beginning of May. I said, hey, look, we're going to come down. We're going to hit the support, and I think it's going to hold. And we held for like over a month, right? What I didn't anticipate is Terra Luna and Celsius and Voyager all blowing their own brains out, right? And what happened, right? We broke that support, and that's where I was wrong. But when we broke support, I told you that red line was now going to be the strongest resistance. And what happened? Well, we came up to it to the penny on July 30th. It got rejected. We came up to it to the penny on August 8th, got rejected. Came up to it to the penny August 10th, got rejected. Today we got past it, right? We went past it, but what happened? We closed the day below it. It means we didn't break it. We haven't broken resistance. And today, right, this new day that just started like an hour ago, we're still below resistance. Now, I've been telling you for the past several days that it's pretty much 50-50 in my opinion, whether we break that red line of resistance or we break this blue line of support. And actually, I've been saying it's 50-50, but my inclination is that we would go lower, break the support before we would break the resistance. And I put it at 52.48. So really 50-50. Now, which means I don't know which way we're going, right? It's to Scott Milker's point, I'm being vague, but I don't know. But I've been clear on this channel, and I'll prove it to you why. I'll show you why. That you cannot get excited about Bitcoin, even if it breaks resistance. Do not get excited about Bitcoin until we break that resistance. We hold it for a week, 2 weeks, a month maybe, come back down to that resistance and hope it acts as support. And only if it acts as support do you get excited about Bitcoin again. And I'll show you why, right? Let's go back to the red line again. Pay attention to this red line. It goes back forever. But, okay, let's follow that red line. There was support for a month, a couple months ago. Let's go back further. Here it acted as support again. I think this was January. Yeah, January of this year. But let's go back to the last, here it acted as support in September of last year. I mean, it's perfect. This line is perfect. But here, let's go back to last summer. The last time we were below that red line, right? We're below it, okay? We were below it for a good 3 months last summer. So a long time. Came up to it, kind of tested as support here, as resistance here, got rejected. And then we finally broke through, right? Okay, we broke through on beginning of August 7th, right? Okay. And then we were going up. People were getting excited, right? This is when these moon boys would start telling you to long. Right here, we're moving up. Oh, go long here, right? Go long. Well, why? Why would you go long there? Let's look at the price there. When it broke that resistance, we were at 43,000 essentially, right? 43,000 about. Can you see that? Okay, so we broke it, and we're going up, everybody's getting excited, right? And then we're coming back down, What happens? We test that line, that former resistance line, as support. And we broke it at 43,000, but now, because it's a descending line, the support's at 40,600. And it held, right? That's what I'm telling you. It comes back down, tests it as support, it holds. That's when you go long. And what happened after we tested it as support and we bounced off and it held, right? What happened? 69,000. Our high, our all-time high, 69,000. Okay? So again, why would you get excited now? Why would you try to trade on leverage now? Right? Why? Because what will happen, in my opinion, not financial advice, is we'll break it at some point. Maybe it's today. Maybe it's 6 months from now. We'll break this red line. We'll go up for a month, maybe, but we'll come back down and test it as support. And that support line, when it tests it as support and it holds, you will get a better price at buying in at that point. And then you can get excited about Bitcoin. Only then. And I've been telling you that since we broke it, the Terra Luna crash, since we broke it as support, since that we broke that red line as support, I've been telling you that's when you'll get excited about Bitcoin again. And all these other moon boys are telling you, long now, at resistance. Don't flip and do it. Oh, it drives me crazy. And okay, so I told you the one time I've been wrong on this channel, right? Well, here, let's look at all the times I've been right. I just showed you, we called the Bitcoin movement, the resistances, ever since we broke through that support line, we called the resistance, we nailed Bitcoin perfectly. I told you the red line is resistance. It's acted as resistance perfectly. I showed you that to the dollar. This blue line, I said, as soon as we break it, would act as support. Well, look what happened. Support right there, right? So we've nailed this so far. We have nailed our Bitcoin movement. But that's not it on this channel. Not it. I've given you 5 alts. 5 alts. Ethereum, Cardano, Polygon Matic, Aave, and Polkadot. 5 charts I brought to this channel. All of them versus Bitcoin, right? All of them versus Bitcoin. And I said, and this is the best part, I told you at the exact moment that they were turning bullish. Not 3 weeks too early, not 3 weeks too late. I told you at the exact moment they were turning bullish. Every single last one of them is up versus Bitcoin, either from anywhere from 13% to 50%, 50%, 13 to 50%. Meaning, you don't need to trade in leverage. And this advice is free. I'm not getting a kickback for this, right? Meaning, if you had moved in at the moment I told you about it, either here or on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at @crypto_liberal, either here on Twitter when I told you about it, you could have, and you moved out of Bitcoin into one of these alts, you could have 13% more Bitcoin or 50% more Bitcoin. That's pretty good without trading in leverage, without risking your entire portfolio getting liquidated, and without me making a penny off of it. That's the best part, right? I'm doing it for free. Don't follow these guys that are trying to get you to trade on leverage at resistance. Oh, it drives me crazy. I guess that wasn't the end of my spiel. So not only have we traded Bitcoin nearly perfectly for the past couple months at least, we told you about 5 alts, 5 for 5, 100%, batting 1,000, right? Batting 1,000 on this channel. So if you appreciate that, please help me spread the message. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. So that's not it, right? That's not it. I want to talk about one more thing, Ethereum. One more thing, Ethereum. Because Ethereum is still killing it. Even though, I told you, well, let's look at the chart real quick. So anybody new to the channel, right? I trade the ETH BTC chart, I trade the Coinbase chart, and I trade the weekly chart, okay? And if you've been following me, I told you at the exact moment it hit bottom, right? When we hit this red line down here, I said, hey, I'm moving from Bitcoin into Ethereum. And I said, this is going to be the fastest moving of the charts I'm giving you. At this time, we were in Ethereum and ADA. And I said, this will get to our target faster than our ADA chart. And that's happened, right? But I told you when one Bitcoin was worth 0.052 Ethereum. And what happened since then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 weeks. All of them bullish except one. And I told you from the start, from this very bottom, that our target was this upper blue line. And in fact, I took profits just before the blue line. So the blue line was about 50%. So we're obviously higher than a 50% return right now if you're still in the trade. I took profits at about 45%, and I don't regret it at all, at all. And what's happened to Ethereum, right, is we've exceeded this blue line, but the weekly candle still hasn't closed. Much like today's daily candle on Bitcoin, we were exceeding the resistance, but we still have, but it closed below it on the daily, right? But this is the weekly chart. So we have 3 days left, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to see where this weekly candle closes. I'm expecting, now I could be wrong, I'm expecting that chart, that Ethereum chart to close below the blue line. Could be wrong, not financial advice, but we'll see. I just don't see the resistance breaking that easily. And if it does, I don't trust it. So we'll see what happens in the next 3 days. But I would totally not be surprised if Ethereum comes back and closes the weekly at or below that blue line, right? Okay. So what I'm expecting Ethereum to do is to close below that blue line and come back down and test the red line as support. I will get into Ethereum at that point again, right? I haven't done anything with my Ethereum profits. I still have my Ethereum holding portfolio, right? I think I have a long-term Ethereum position that'll never leave. But my trading portfolio, where I moved from Bitcoin into Ethereum, I took profits at 45%. And I will get back into Ethereum if we test this red line again as support. Or the alternative, we come above this blue line and we come up here, trade up above it for a week or two or a month, come back down and test the blue line as support. And if it bounces off the blue line, then Ethereum is gonna crush Bitcoin, right? But like back here, right? We broke above the blue line. You can see where it's acted as resistance, that blue line, for a long time. This one time we broke above it, came back down and tested it as support, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks later, it didn't hold. It cut right through that support. So I'm not convinced that resistance support line is going to hold again. And I totally anticipate coming back down to this red line. But pay attention to this channel. Follow me on Twitter at @crypto_liberal. Follow me on this channel, and I will update you on what I'm doing with Ethereum or what I'm going to do with my Ethereum profits, because there's quite a bit of profits. 45% in a trade in 8 weeks. People don't make that in a year. So I hope you appreciate that. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Now, because I'm tired of the crap that's going on with Bitcoin maxis, and I'm tired of the political environment that's going on in the United States. This is the Crypto Liberal channel. So we're going to go into politics a little bit, because I love a little bit of fire. I love a little bit of passion. And I'm disgusted with Republicans in this country who back just a corrupt, egotistical ex-president and can't get off his gravy train, right? But I'm going to highlight somebody today that's running against Greg Abbott, that disgusting governor of Texas. He's just an idiot. He's a disgusting man who fails to recognize that maybe some gun control is warranted after 19 babies, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids literally got blown to pieces in school. And he can't see to it that maybe allowing 18-year-olds to buy any sort of assault weapon that they want is not the brightest thing in the world. So Beto O'Rourke was talking about that today, and in a speech in front of a group. He's running against Greg Abbott for governor, and a guy laughed at the fact that 19 babies were brutally blown to pieces, their heads exploding from this asshole's gun. And Beto O'Rourke was recounting that circumstance and advocating for some more gun restrictions on maybe 18-year-olds buying AR-15s. And this guy laughed about it. This guy laughed about 19 babies being brutally blown to literal pieces. And Greg Abbott gave him the what to, or whatever that is, gave him the what for, and it's beautiful. So we're going to finish. I'm going to give Beto O'Rourke the last word today. But until our next visit, my name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, help me spread the word, and then let's turn it over to Beto O'Rourke.
Make sure that now 11 weeks since we lost 19 kids and their 2 teachers shot to death with a weapon originally designed for use in combat, legally purchased by an 18-year-old who did not try to obtain one when he was 16 or 17, but followed the law that's on the books, ladies and gentlemen, that says that you can buy not one, you can buy 2 or more if you want to, AR-15s, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and take that weapon that was originally designed for use on the battlefields in Vietnam to penetrate an enemy soldier's helmet at 500 feet